Hello students, Namaste. How are you all? I hope everyone is fine. So students, today I will take your science class, and today I am going to discuss with you the chapter reproduction in animals. Okay. First of all, I am going to discuss with you about reproduction and then various mode of reproduction. Okay, and the reproductive parts in human. Clear? So let's start. Now, reproduction. Dear students, basically several processes such as circulation of blood, digestion and respiration are essential for the survival of human beings and other animals, right? So similarly, reproduction is essential for to maintain the community in the species. Okay, so if reproduction in animals does not take place, means no similar kind of organisms will be present on the earth generation of the generation. Clear? Now, modes of reproduction. Okay, basically like plant animals also reproduced by sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Clear? So what is sexual reproduction? The type of reproduction, okay, beginning from the fusion of male and female gametes is known as sexual reproduction. Clear? In this process of sexual reproduction, a male and a female gametes, okay, fuse to form a single cell which is called zygote. Okay, and this zygote gradually develops into an adult. The individual that grows from a zygote receives character of both the parents. Clear? Now, what is asexual reproduction? The type of reproduction in which only a single parent is involved, which is called asexual reproduction. Clear? So in asexual reproductions, sex cells, okay, are not produced. So no fusion of gametes takes place for the production of a zygote or offspring. Clear? Now I am going to discuss with you about the reproductive parts in humans. Okay. Dear students, as you can see, the male reproductive parts. Okay. Basically, the male reproductive systems provides the sperm, okay, for fertilization. Clear? So the male reproductive organs include the following: it is penis, scrotum, testis, urethra, prostate gland, seminal vesicles, etc. Okay. Similarly, female reproductive parts include ovaries, oviduct or fallopian tube, and uterus. Clear? Now I am going to discuss with you about the fertilization. Okay. Basically, reproduction in animals begins when the sperm fuses with an ovum, right? So this process is called fertilization. So the nuclei of the sperm and egg combine together and form a single nucleus. Clear? So as a result, zygote is formed. Since the zygote is formed with the fusion of male and female gametes, the new individual possesses the characteristics of both parents. Clear? Now, the type of fertilization. First one is internal fertilization and external fertilization. Clear? So what is internal fertilization? The fertilization process takes place inside the female body, which is called internal fertilization. Okay, and the fertilization process when takes place outside the body of the female is called external fertilization. For example, in internal fertilization, cows, human beings and hens undergo internal fertilization. And in case of external fertilization, example is aquatic animals like fishes and amphibians like frog undergo external fertilization. Clear? Now I am going to discuss with you about the external fertilization in frog and toads. Okay, so the frogs and the toads reproduce by laying eggs in slow stream or ponds. Okay, and the female frogs first lay hundred of eggs together in the water. Okay, these eggs are not covered with any hard shell. Instead, there is a jelly-like substance that guards them all and holds them together. As the female frogs lay their eggs, the male frogs deposit the sperms over them. Okay, this result in external fertilization when the sperms come in contact with the eggs in the water. Though the eggs are large in number, only a few of them manage to survive. Okay, and there are several factors which may be hinder the fertilization process, such as exposing to water movement, rainfall, winds, and other animals. Okay, now I am going to discuss with you about the internal fertilization in hens. First of all, hens reproduce by laying egg, right? So after the formation of the zygote, it keeps on dividing itself and then travels through the oviduct. Okay, so in this process, a different layer are formed over the egg that then turns into hard shell or covering of the egg. And when the hard shell is formed, the hen lays the egg. Okay, then it takes almost three weeks for the embryo to develop into a chick. In this time, the hen often sits over the egg to provide with the warmth. Clear? Now, I will discuss with you about the test tube baby. Okay. Test tube baby. So, what is it? Basically, in some women, the oviduct are blocked. Okay, and hence they are unable to hold the eggs. So this means that these women are not able to bear babies because of blocked oviducts. Okay, however, due to the process of vitro fertilization or IVF, okay, the freshly released egg of female and the male sperms can be fertilized externally. The zygote thus formed is allowed to develop for a week outside the female body in safe conditions and is then placed in the woman's uterus. Clear? In this way, these women can bear babies. So the babies that are born with the IVF, means in vitro fertilization process, are called test tube babies. Clear? Okay students, till that if you have any queries or questions, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.